Because of time, we shall begin. So my name is Rahab Munene. Yes, sorry. My name is Rahab Munene. I am a Neolife distributor, and I like to say I'm an excited Neolife distributor. I love this opportunity. I mainly joined this opportunity because of my mother. She has been a distributor since I was, I need to mute. My mother has been a distributor in this business since I was 3 years old. So I grew up seeing my mom business. I grew up using the supplement. I can say I've had a great experience with it. And that is the main reason why I'm always excited to teach people about health because we've seen all of us here, we have experienced what it feels like to be unhealthy, whether it is a stomachache, whether it's a headache or malaria or a cold, including COVID. We know nobody likes the feeling of being sick. Sickness actually takes you so down when you have these Buddhists who said, when you are sick, you have one problem. But when you're healthy, you have 99 problems. Because the moment you're sick, all you can think about is how to be healthy. But when you're healthy, you have so many issues to think about. Your health is not always at your top priority in your head because you're okay. And so when we talk about health, one thing I like to tell people is you only have one body. God gave you one body, there is no repair. Getting a new kidney, getting a new liver, it's not an easy thing. And many people die not being able to get that new kidney or liver, which they needed. And I always tell people prevention is better than cure. So why are we all here? To prevent. Clearly, we want to live healthy lives without any complications. And so, because of that, today I sent all of you and told you we are talking about one product. And this is one of my favorite products. I love this product so much. It's like my anthem. I keep telling people, use it, use it, use it. And so I did a little digging about it and I found out so amazing, so many amazing things. So we will be talking about this product called Tre-en-en. And Tre-en-en comes in two bottles. It comes in 120 capsules and it comes in 60 capsules. And I'll tell you this fact that I didn't know. Tre-en-en is one of the first phytonutrient supplements to be developed in the world. It was introduced in 1958. And this is an exciting thing because this was the starter pack for Neolife International. Back then, when it was called GNLD, which I know many of you know. Now, Neolife started in 1958, and their goal was to make the world a healthier and a happier place. But they wanted to teach people how to prevent themselves from getting lifestyle diseases. Because remember, in the 1950s, cancer had just started coming up. So scientists came together and they asked themselves, how can we prevent this cancer? Because we have seen most of the people who get cancer is because of their lifestyle diseases, because of the chemicals that they're being exposed to in the industries and in the farms. So these scientists, being led by Dr. Arthur Furst, they researched on products and they formulated, it took them years. I'll tell you this, it wasn't an easy thing. They formulated these amazing products. Allow me, please kindly, allow me to mute you all. Sorry, should have done that from the beginning. Okay. So they formulated this product called Tre-en-en and they made it based on three main ingredients. I say main because there were other ingredients, but these are the three main ingredients. They created it from wheat germ oil, rice bran oil, and soybean oil. Now remember, Neolife uses 100% organic products, meaning all this came from whole foods, as we can see, that were not farmed with chemicals or in the GMO way. Now, they use the cold pressing method. And why we say cold pressing method is because when you warm something before you make the oil, because usually when you want to make avocado oil, you have to put it in heat a little bit. But now, cold pressing ensures that the nutrients that you need are not tampered with at any level. So, meaning you get all the nutrients that you require for your cell. Nothing is removed, nothing evaporates, everything that you require remains. Now, this amazing fact, of course, shook me because I am a huge fan of Shannon. And why is that? Because when we say phytonutrient supplements, we're talking about the cells, right? And because it was one of the first, and it still stands up to its standard. Worldwide, Tre-en-en is one of the best supplements you can get that will deal with your cell. It is old-fashioned and it kept to the roots and they kept to the formats or the formulas that they discovered. And this is how it works. Now, we all have cells in our body, and our cells die and our cells are born again every 30 or more days, depending on what type of cell it is. And most of it usually develop after 30 days. We develop new cells. But we know that our diet affects our cells, our genetics affect our cells, our environment affects our cells. We also know that the things that medicine, if you take medicine, it will affect your cell. Basically, if you exercise, if you don't exercise, it affects your cell. If you're sleeping or you're not sleeping, it will affect your cell. So every 30 days, your new cells are 100% dependent on what you do in your life. And so if you're not working out, if you're not eating well, if you're not sleeping enough, if you're stressed out in life, if you're not drinking enough water, if you're exposed to harsh environments that give you a lot of toxins in the body, if you, for example, are taking a lot of medicine, all of this come and affect your cell. And what happens is after those 30 days, you develop unhealthy cells. And these unhealthy cells are just trying to survive. And let me tell you, the moment your body you start getting a headache or a tummy ache, it's a way of your body to survive. It's trying to tell you, hey, please save us. We are really trying to survive. It's a call for help. Basically, they are calling an ambulance to come and help them, and you're the ambulance. And so if you don't do anything about these small symptoms, trust me, the bigger symptoms will become hard for you to mitigate. And that is why many people end up taking medication for the rest of their lives. Diabetic people, high blood pressure people. Why? Because they didn't pay attention to these small signs and symptoms. Example, fatigue. Just the moment you feel a sense of fatigue in your system, know your cells are not healthy. And now, this is an example of what happens. So let me get my annotator and I want you to follow this red thing. Now, in is food in. These arrows show food is supposed to get in through the permeable cell membrane. Remember, this outer layer over here is permeable. Why is it permeable? So food nutrients can get in and this waste that comes from the cell can get out. Now, what happens is if if your cells are unhealthy because of those many conditions I've mentioned and many other conditions like hormonal imbalance and stuff, your cell becomes very hard and rigid. And when a cell is hard and rigid, it means the food you eat has no benefit to your cell. And I tell people you're made of 73 trillion cells. Don't look at your body as just one cell. You have 73 trillion cells. So the moment your body starts failing, it means a part of your system is highly not functioning because the cells are affected. Because the food you eat does not give your cells the nutrients it needs. And so when it's hard and rigid, the cell membrane, food nutrients don't get in. So you do not nourish what is in your cell. You don't nourish it. Another thing is waste cannot get out. So you find yourself with a lot of fatigue. You find yourself with a lot of toxins that have accumulated in your body. And this is an example of that is cancer. Cancer is toxic cells that have just mutated and they have become a lot. That is exactly what happens. And so nutrients can't get in and waste can't get out. Now, the reason why Tre-en-en was one of the first products to be manufactured was they realized that cancer starts from one cell. And everybody has cancer. Some of us just have dormant cancer cells. Actually, that was a fact that was discovered by scientists just recently. Why? Because we're not living a healthy lifestyle. Even if I'm taking supplements, the food I'm eating has GMO in it. So my cells are not completely healthy. And so what happens is if you keep eating and living an unhealthy lifestyle, you keep feeding your unhealthy cells. They multiply, 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 and you discover you have fatigue. You're not going to the toilet as often as you're supposed to. Some of us, we eat 3 meals a day, but when we are going for long call, we only go for long call once a day. So where did the other 2 meals go? Why are they stuck in our body? We are not sleeping well. Some of us have very bad insomnia. It's still part of it. Every single disease that starts from the cell. I'll tell you that factually because every single system in your body is made of cells. Now, what Tre-en-en does, Tre-en-en comes and oils the cell membrane. Remember, we talked about the wheat germ, we talked about the rice bran, we talked about the soybean. They have lipids and sterols, they have vitamins that are very important to go and oil the cell membrane. Now, when it oils the cell membrane, it allows the cell membrane to be soft and semi-permeable, which allows food to get in and waste to get out. And I could be speaking a lot of scientific things, but I'm going to give you my own personal experience of how this worked out for me. So this is Tre-en-en, and as you can see from the bottle, it said, providing the complete lipid and sterol profile of wheat, rice, and soya. And people don't understand how lipids and sterols are key for your cell membrane. They are so key. Your body needs it every single day of your life, every single minute. It needs it. And some of the foods we eat don't contain those nutrients. Why? They are GMO. They have pesticides and insecticides. The soils don't have enough nutrients that are needed. And so that's what happens. And so when we look at this, wait, let me go back here. I just want to emphasize on the one thing. When you look at this pyramid, it's important that I always constantly have presentations that have this lifestyle pyramid. But today we're focusing on the whole grain category. And I'll mention a few facts about Tre-en-en and a few myths about Tre-en-en. We'll talk about the benefits, then I'll give you my personal story. So I've already mentioned that Tre-en-en is one of the first phytonutrient supplements in 1958, and it was developed by Neolife Tre-en-en by an amazing scientist with his team. His name was Dr. Arthur Furst, and his motto, prevention is better than cure. Another fact is Tre-en-en is made from 100% whole foods, meaning it is not made from foods that have GMO in it. So the ingredients are 100% natural, no synthetic chemicals, no synthetic preservatives. There's nothing synthetic or chemically added to the product. Then another thing is Tre-en-en will feed your cell, not just your body. We've talked about this, and I've said how Tre-en-en has lipids and sterols that allow the cell membrane to be healthy and flexible, so the food nutrients can go in. Another thing is it was clinically researched. Now, there's so many people out there went and said lies, man. Whatever you're saying is not true. Tre-en-en cannot do that. And one of them is Texas A&M University study. And these are one of the oldest researches that were done in the 1980s. And another one is 1950 Southern California Hospital. They did their research, they did their study, and this is what they came up with. They said Tre-en-en improves energy, vitality, and nutrients utilization. That's what they said, all of them. So another fact is it will boost your nutrient absorption, allows foods and supplements to be more effective by improving cell nutrient uptake, meaning it has already made your cell membrane permeable. So if you're taking any kind of food, nutrients are effective in the cell. If you're taking any other supplements, it is well used, well absorbed in your body. And another thing I always tell people, medication. It makes medication more effective. Because remember, the same medication is also going to our cell to work on whatever is going on. So the moment also you take Tre-en-en and are still taking medication, it allows the medication to be more effective. And so these are the myths that are there. Tre-en-en is not medicine. Our products are not medicine. They are nutritional supplements that help your body to function better. It is not a drug. So you will not get addicted because it's food. Another thing, it's not only for sick people. People say, do I have to take it? Do I have to take supplements if I'm sick? No. You don't have to take supplements if you're sick. Actually, it will work way much better on you because you're healthy. It will be more effective on a healthy person than on a sick person. It's just that a sick person will feel the results better than a healthy person because they have an issue. So the moment they take Tre-en-en and they feel the issue has reduced, they have a greater testimony. But you, a healthy person, if you take Tre-en-en, trust me, the effects are faster and better for you because you're preventing yourself from the diseases that are developing in your body. So everybody needs it. Children need it. Adults need it. Athletes really need it. Elderly people really need it. My grandfather loves this supplement. Tre-en-en, he loves it. He says my grandfather is in his 80s. Na bado anaenda kwa shamba kulima. He still farms. And let me tell you, he's very active. He's an active 8-year-old and he looks amazing. I tell people my grandparents are healthy, they are strong, mainly because we teach them about health and they take the supplements, which they need because they are old. And my grandfather says every morning he loves Tre-en-en because he has the energy to go to his farm and farm. And he also takes one at night before he sleeps because it helps him sleep better. It helps him relieve the stress that his body went through throughout the whole day. Another thing is, can any supplement replace Tre-en-en? I'll tell you this, no. Tre-en-en is unique, guys. This product is just on another level because it does not focus on anything else except your cell. It goes and focuses on your cell. Now, other supplements, most of them are usually due to lack of vitamins or minerals that are in your body. But Tre-en-en deals with your cell individually, one cell at a time. So it's not just adding nutrients, but it's making you healthier by working on your cells. Now, what are the benefits? These are the benefits. Number one, people who have taken it consistently report this. Increased energy and vitality. This is true. I like telling people, I never used to, some products in your life, I'm like, guys, you're saying that, like, I don't think it can do all that. It's not possible. And I remember I said, you know what? I'm going to take this Tre-en-en. I'm going to buy it for myself first because when I was younger, my mom used to buy me the supplements. Never used to know the importance because I'm young, I'm healthy. I don't need it. But then I decided, let me just take this Tre-en-en for 2 months and see what it will do. And I remember I did this last year. And I can testify this. I had increased energy and vitality. People say they are nocturnals and there are those people who are active at night and active during the day. I am active during the day. My energy levels go down. By 3 p.m., I am yawning and thinking, when will I be in my bed? So for me, when I use Tre-en-en, because I work out, I like to lift heavy weights. Tre-en-en gave me energy throughout the day. Remember when you're lifting heavy weights throughout at some point in your day, because I was lifting heavy weights, eating a heavy breakfast, and skipping lunch, and sometimes I'd do a very light supper. And I needed energy because my body was not used to that. And Tre-en-en really gave me a lot of energy. I remember even telling my mom, wow, Tre-en-en is so amazing. Like it's giving me energy even after my workouts throughout the entire day, and I'm sleeping better. It has improved nutrient utilization. Factually, yes. Tre-en-en has improved nutrient utilization. And I remember I may not be able to explain how this happened in my body because I don't know, but I can say one of my biggest testimonies was how my body felt. My body felt lighter. I also lost weight easier. I remember it became easier for me to lose weight because the goal was to lose fat and build muscle, and it became easier for me. It supports cardiovascular health. So, because of those steroids, they help regulate the cholesterol and improve circulation in your body. It will boost immunity. Factually, yes, my immunity was on a high level. Even if you had a cold, trust me, sing a better because it helped me resist the infections. Hormonal balance, yes. I don't think I've ever had anything with hormonal imbalance, but I'll tell you this. When I eat very badly, my skin breaks out with one or two pimples. And because I'm the kind of person who doesn't get pimples on my face, it gets to me, especially if you have one pimple. People are just staring at it if it's at the forehead. So with Tre-en-en, I remember one of the best things I experienced was my skin. It was glowing, guys. I was glowing. And I'll get to that better as we talk about. Okay, let me just mention that point. It will support healthy skin, improves hydration and elasticity. Factually, yes. I had, I'm a girl. Sometimes we go to the mirror and we really emphasize on our skin. We are like, what is going on? What is going on? I remember one of the things I discovered was once I took Tre-en-en and I was working out, my jawline became more defined. It was more defined. My skin was smoother. I was glowing. My hair was looking great. My nails were strong. Oh, I was on my peak during those 2 months, I can assure you. Better digestion and detox. And this is one of the best things. Guys, I took Tre-en-en for 3 days. And I remember by the third day, not even the third day, by the first day, I could already tell the difference on my bowel movements. And there are different kinds of bowel movements. And especially if yours is light and runny, it means you have digestion issues. If yours is really hard and big, really hard and big, digestion issues. Like I could go on and on about bowel movement, but I can tell you the difference that it made for me was that instead of going, because if I was eating one meal a day, and then maybe another extra one meal, I'd go to the toilet twice a day. Even if I just ate one meal the whole day, I went to the toilet for bowel movement twice a day. It really helped get rid of the toxins, really reduced the bloating that was feeling in my stomach. Also have gluten allergies. Sometimes when I take a lot of gluten, I'm bloated. There's so much gas, I can feel it. And the digestion process was easier for me when I was taking Tre-en-en. And I can tell you, I don't give more testimonies about my bowel movement, but I'll tell you, it really I could see the difference. It was easier. I was no longer struggling in the toilet. It was easier. And I'm done, guys. Tre-en-en it's just an amazing product. Maybe I can leave it at this certain can get to stay with me here. At this point, I'm at that point where I'm like, do you guys have a question for me? Because I am done. I have said everything. Here is my Tre-en-en actually. Let me just show you. Here is my Tre-en-en. And here is how it looks. Let me show you. It's a capsule that contains the oils that I talked about. And here it's how it looks. And this is the 60 tablets bottle. And I tell people, even if you're tight on cash, just buy this one bottle and take one tablet per day, one capsule per day. That is 60 days of taking Tre-en-en. So it's not expensive, actually. I tell people say, oh, expensive, expensive. Nope.